Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-February 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Libra. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and jump in and get started here, Libra. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for the remainder of February. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, take a look at your crystal of the month, and do a healing note for you. But again, getting into column number 1, which is what's wrapping up and coming to a close, pulling a summary card here, we have the card, I Feel Lost. This is an interesting one, and not necessarily a bad thing, but there are times where we may not know exactly where we are, where we're going, what needs to happen, and that's okay. If you take a close look at this card, this person's actually like cracking open the shell, and there's light coming within from the shell. So once we get lost, it's also about getting found and getting back on the right path. But again, it's okay to have those moments where we might not know exactly where we are or where we're going, where we need to go. Let's take a look though and see what messages we have coming through here for you under this column. I'm gonna scoot this up just a little. Okay. First up, we have the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. It's a card of fresh hope, taking chances, going on a new path, new adventure. This could go one of 2 ways, I think, for you, Libra. Some of you could be taking on something new and feeling a little lost in this newness. Or perhaps with this being lost, it is time to take on something new. So again, it really could go either way, depending on your circumstance, depending on your situation. But I feel like you're either feeling lost in the new beginning, or you're lost and should pursue something new. The next card that we have is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of celebrations. If you see on the original deck, it almost kind of looks like a finish line on that or typical Rider-Waite deck. This can also be a card of friends and family and spending time with them. But it does feel like there's some sort of completion or celebration that happened in these last few weeks as well. And then at the bottom here, we have the Death card. The Death card doesn't mean death. I always want to make sure I point that out when I do my readings. But this is also really nice to see. This kind of pairs so nicely with the Fool card. So the Death card is a card of big changes, endings, time to move on, time to transform. So again, whether you're feeling lost in the new beginning or feeling lost in general, it was really time to go after this new beginning, to pursue this new opportunity. We need some newness here is what we're seeing, Libra. Let's go ahead and clarify though and see what other messages we've got going on. First up, we have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak, divorce, loss, depression. It's kind of a card of low feelings. It's a card of needing to heal. But more so this, again, we need to move on from this place. We need to move on to something new, or we're not having these kind of low feelings associated. We need to heal from the situation and move forward into a new scenario here, Libra. The next card that we have is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card of bully, theft, violence, abusive, some sort of toxic relationship. Those might not be the exact definition, but definitely some of those things that we would look to move away from. A relationship perhaps we would look to move away from. This could have been family or a friend, mind you, with the Four of Wands. But this is kind of like the completion, marking the end of this relationship, it seems. And then at the bottom here, we have the Death card on top of the Death card. If you've watched my readings before, you know I love when this happens. It's kind of like the universe saying, I said what I meant. It's a very, very clear message. So again, this is big changes, endings, time to move on, time to transform. Very clearly the message that you're getting with 2 Death cards on top of each other. Now let's move on to our next column, Libra, which is just general what's coming for the remainder of mid-February. We have the card, I Will Hope. I like this. I want to point out too, just because we're lost doesn't mean we're hopeless, right? Those are two very different separate things, but being hopeful is a nice one to see. It's interesting because our thoughts have so much influence over who we are and what we do and the outcome of things, Libra. So I'm just going to give you the message that I'm seeing. I will hope for the best. We need to be hoping for the best. We need to be expecting a good outcome. So that's kind of my message for you initially, is having that really positive view, having that really positive outlook. Very hopeful here. Okay, but let's take a look and see what other messages we get in this column. First, we have the Sun card. In terms of good card in the tarot deck, it really truly doesn't get much better than the Sun card, Libra. This is a card of material happiness, joyous outcomes, success, all good things, all really positive things, very high frequency, high vibration, true genuine happiness there. The next card that we have is the Six of Wands. This is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. Also really nicely paired. There seems to be a lot of success coming through here. So in terms of hoping, definitely you can bank on the fact that there's going to be some success, some completion this month here. But two nice cards between the Six of Wands and the Sword, and the Sun to start with. And then at the bottom here we have the Moon card. The Moon card is a card of needing to trust your intuition. What I'm also hearing though is like you need to trust the process. So that's where the hope is really going to come into play too. You might not see the next step, you may not know the next move, but again, you need to kind of trust your intuition, trust the process. Sometimes with the Moon, it takes us on a unique path, one that we wouldn't have guessed, one that we wouldn't have thought would happen. It can kind of be like a curve in the road that we didn't see coming. But again, trust the process there. Let's take a look at clarifiers and see what other messages we've got. Up first, we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is a card of being very patient. So allowing time, allowing things to come to fruition. I will say the success that's coming through with the Sun and the Six of Wands, it could have taken a little bit longer than we thought it would. Because again, that Page of Pentacles is very patient. This is also new job, money, some sort of a raise. So this could be new money as well. But you're actually really going to be enjoying employment, which is nice. We don't always get to do that. So actually truly enjoying the work, feeling fulfilled, being successful, all nice things. But it does seem like there's some new money coming in some way there. The next card that we have is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is typically a love card. This was Prince or Princess Charming. It's Knight in Shining Armor type energy. Very romantic, very proposal-like. This card has a big focus on relationships. So whether this is a love relationship or business relationship, again, really relationship focus. This could also be in terms though of like a proposal. Of course, it could be an engagement or marriage. But this could be like a business proposal, business offering too. But whatever this new relationship or this next step in the relationship or this business proposal, however this comes into play in your life here, Libra, really like it on top of the Six of Wands. Again, victory, award, recognition, good news, success. I know it's weird sometimes to think about relationships being successful, but they aren't, right? Okay, moving on to our next card here. At the bottom, we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card of low feelings. It's loss, regret, grief. I don't even know that worried is the right word. I'm trying to find the word and I might not have it here, Libra. But it's like, again, worry's not the right word, but I'm going to say, or like worry or angst or like wonder as to how you get to the next step. But you kind of, again, have to trust the process, follow the curve in the road. Although some of the feelings might be a little bit more challenging to process just because, again, it's not what you thought it would be. Being hopeful is more important. And again, trusting the process there. Okay, now let's move on to our next column, which is anything related to money. We have this deck of cards where it's like tips, tricks, affirmations. Your card says, it's okay to miss money, but imagine how it would feel if money missed you. Do things to attract and seduce money. Like attracts like. Make money what you want to be around you. Okay, in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, any sort of anything you think when you think of money here, Libra. The first card that we have is the Star card. The Star card is a card of renewal. It's a card of hope. I like to see it just because like this is lifting of energies and a lot of times we need that. So this is such good vibration, such good frequency with the star card. Conveniently, there's a lot of hope coming in here too. That's one of the direct meanings of the star card. One thing I want to point out is this big star in the back here. Oftentimes with the star card, this is a card of getting recognized. So there could be some award or some sort of recognition coming in for you as well under the star card. But again, there's kind of like a renewal. Something changed where it's like you're feeling happy again. You're enjoying what you're doing here again. The next card we have is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a card of being very studious, being very hardworking. So just make sure that we are putting in the time, putting in the energy, working hard on whatever it may be that we are working on. There could be some volunteer opportunities too. I would capitalize on those volunteer opportunities if you can. They seem to also bring quite a bit of joy for you. And then at the bottom we have the King of Coins. The King of Coins is really about being solid, practical, and wise. When I see this card, especially in the money column, this is about making a budget, making a savings goal. So just be thoughtful with money. I wouldn't say you need to be cautious with money, but be thoughtful with your money going into the remainder of February. This is also a card of investments, and oftentimes it's a really good investment opportunity. So some of you could be having a new, pretty sound investment opportunity as well. Let's go ahead and clarify though and see what other messages we have here. Up first, we have the Ace of Wands. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Wands, this is new project, new inspiration, new urge to create. Again, we're really into this new whatever we're working on. We're actually enjoying it. It's something we want to be spending time on. It's something we want to be focusing on. So it does seem like there's new project, new urge to create, some sort of new inspiration, but it's really leading to that hope, that renewal. Again, all good feelings, so I like to see that there. The next card that we have is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is a busy card oftentimes, so I would kind of give you a heads up. Chances are you'll be pretty busy going into the remainder of February. When I see the Two of Pentacles, it's just a lot of different things happening. This can also be a card of having to weigh your options, having to make a decision, but it's like you're trying to figure out which makes more sense. I think this is going to come more down to the investment, so the card at the bottom here, whether we go after that investment, weighing out to see if it makes sense or not for you. Also, with the King of Coins, this could be about spending or not spending. So again, just be thoughtful, weigh the options. Ask yourself, do I really need that pair of shoes, or do I really need that purse, or whatever it may be. Okay, at the bottom here we have the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an ace card, again, it's a card of newness. So definitely some new energy coming in the money column here, which we always like to see. But this is new ideas. This is new clarity. I like this. It pairs really nicely with the solid, practical, wise. It's almost like there's something new you're saving for or something new you're budgeting for too, which is that kind of extra motivation to be solid, practical, wise with finances. Okay, moving on to our love column. Let's take a look here. The card says time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. In this call, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love here, Libra. Okay, I like the way this looks. First, we have the Lovers card. Of course, we love the Lovers card in the love column. See how many times I can say love for you here. But this is a card of partnership, deep love, strength together. This is really true, deep, deep love. This could be a new relationship. This could be an existing relationship. If you're in a relationship, I think this is definitely speaking to the soundness there. Or if you're hoping to be in a relationship, the Lovers card is always a good one for you. Sometimes with the Lovers card, this indicates a decision too, so just be aware there could be a decision that may need to happen in terms of family, friends, relationships as well. The next card that we have is the Nine of Pentacles. This is a card of luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain. This is also solo pleasures. I do think that you need to have some alone time this month, so just keep that in mind. If you have kids, make sure you get a break there, even if it's just like a couple hours getting to run errands alone or doing a spa day, whatever it may be. But do make sure you get some you time this month, Libra. It's always really, really important. The Nine of Coins is also a card of like gaining money, but typically this is money around us. So like parents getting a new job, spouse getting a new job, roommate getting a new job. So there is some new money coming in, but it's more around you than you, if that makes sense. And then at the bottom here we have the Empress. The Empress is one of those really good cards we love to have anywhere. The Empress is so abundant. I feel like you have so much love to give here, Libra, which I like to see. This is also a card of creation. This is saying we can create whatever relationship you want. If you just want to be happy and single, you can do that and live your best life. It doesn't need to be a relationship. If you want to be in a relationship, you have the ability to create that path for yourself. If you want a relationship to work out, you have the ability to create that for yourself. So very abundant, very ability to create with the Empress. This is also a card of pregnancy and fertility. So if you're hoping to grow your family, this is a good card there for you, Libra. Moving on, let's take a look at our clarifiers. Woohoo! Look at all those pentacle clarifiers. Just so you know, pentacles are earth signs. And it's typically very physical. So just be thinking physical in terms of love and again, oftentimes connected to an earth sign. But starting at the top here, we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of enjoying. So truly enjoying if you're in a relationship, truly enjoying life if you're single, whatever it may be. But there's a good sense of enjoyment that comes along with the Eight of Pentacles, which I love. This is also a card of working hard and hard work paying off. So it's like, if you decide you're going to put effort into the relationship, it's going to pay off for you. If you decide if you're going to put effort into yourself, that's going to pay off for you. So again, hard work paying off with the Eight of Pentacles there. The next card that we have is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of patience. It's hard work. It's delayed success. Just be aware that things could move a little bit slower than maybe you would like it to. Perhaps if, again, with this alone time, like, it may get bumped, like something may come up and you don't get the alone time you were looking for. Or perhaps there's been some delay in this money surrounding you. At the bottom here, we have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a card of ill health. Well, I should clarify, it has a lot of different meanings here. One of which is a card of ill health. Some of you could be feeling a little under the weather the last few weeks. So this is going to be a correction to that, which I like to see, especially on top of such a vibrant, positive card like the Empress. This is also a card of worry. Like, some of you could be worried about relationship, wanting to be in one, being worried about a current relationship. But just remember with the Empress, we have that ability to create whatever reality we would like for ourselves. Okay, moving on, let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. I love this. We have the card, I feel nurtured. And just keep in mind, Libra, this could come from yourself. This could come from somebody around you. But I like this to really, truly feel nurtured and truly feel supported going into the end of February. But let's take a look and see what messages we have here. Up first, we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, again, is that card of that not very good relationship, bully, theft, violent, abusive relationship, toxic relationship. There is some sort of not good relationship here. I'm trying to figure out if it's past tense or current. We'll clarify. The next card that we have is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a card of freedom. There needs to be some freedom from this relationship. Again, whether it's active or past, we're still caught up in this relationship somehow. And then we have the Eight of Coins. The Eight of Coins is, again, that card of enjoyment, that hard work paying off. I feel like we're not getting full enjoyment because, again, we're still connected to this relationship that we need freedom from. Let's clarify here. The first clarifier we have is the Moon card. The Moon card is a card of just things keep popping up. Things keep popping up with this relationship. I think that's why we haven't fully cut ties here or been able to get past it. That's what I'm hearing. Things keep popping up here with this not so good relationship. On top of the Knight of Wands, we have the Page of Wands, which is also really active. So this is taking action. This is seeking the freedom here. And at the bottom, we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is rivalry, challenges, obstacles. Again, things just keep popping up here, and it's really limiting us from the enjoyment. So I would probably seek freedom from this relationship, Libra, if that makes sense for you. But it's like, it's kind of holding us back. Things just keep popping up with this relationship. I know I keep saying that, but that's what I keep hearing. So, okay, at this time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. Question number 1 is the 4 of Diamonds. This is number 27 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the 6 of Spades. This is number 29 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3 is the the Queen of Clubs. This is number 40 card. That's going to be a yes. So yes, no, yes there for you, Libra. If you watched your video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of February. You have calcite this month, which is good for courage, growth, really helps you get out of a lethargic stage, gives you new drive, new ideas. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your Healing Note says, be thankful for all things in your life, for they opened your eyes to good things you weren't paying attention to before. Thank you so much, Libra, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. I did also include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Libra, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your February.